Hey guys, we are back with a how to rune video. This is the newest style of series that I'm running for my channel at the moment. And today we are featuring Masha because Masha is very popular right now ever since the last balance patch. What is special about Masha compared to other beast riders is the fact that now she gains immunity every time she attacks. And this is actually a pretty big buff because that immunity every turn, it makes a huge difference for the survivability of this unit. And also her attack speed increases by 15% whenever an ally's attack bar decreases up to 5 times, which is awesome. It synergizes so well with her damage scaling, and it also allows her to move a lot, which is obviously going to be a huge snowball point because the more a unit moves, the more chances it has to proc. So currently at the time of this recording, I'm rank 35. I'm going to be doing a stream right after this video and see if I can go a bit higher today. And I will definitely be using Masha a lot. My current Masha build is, as you guys see, Vile Nemesis. It's on a speed, crit damage, attack build. And honestly, Masha has such a good base speed that if you hit a certain level of speed with her and you top that off with the speed lead, you do end up outspeeding a lot of units, even on violent runes. That is why Nemesis is my go-to. Will offset, it's decent, I would say, only for a slow Masha, which in my opinion is not really making the best usage of her kit. And there's a specific way to achieve the stats you want on Masha. In my opinion, you gotta have a speed slot 2 that forces as much crit rate as possible while also giving her the other stats she needs: HP, defense, attack, crit damage, accuracy, whatever it may be. Slot 4, this is where you need to shove a lot of speed in my opinion. You also gotta make sure you don't forget some crit rate. So it really helps if you have a triple speed roll on the crit damage for Masha. Slot 6 attack, this in my opinion is where you shove as much speed as possible, so you're basically putting your fastest Vile attack slot 6 on there. Mine is only at a 26. It would be nice if I had a quad roll, but unfortunately I don't. And now when it comes to the slot 1, 3, and 5s, in my opinion this is where you need to balance out speed and the rest of the stats that you need. So basically I've put on her a rune that's decently fast while also being incredibly efficient with other stats that a Masha needs. And then once I have this done on slot 1, for slot 3 I was able to put a bit less speed for overall stats, good crit rate, good efficiency. And then slot 5 is also the same thing. It's got decent speed and efficiency. Now moving on to artifacts. Artifacts are also incredibly important for Masha. What I would suggest is for the right side, you make sure you give her some skill to accuracy, because you really got to land your deft break and pushback. It's going to make a lot of difference. Of course, having some S2, S1 CD helps a lot. In my opinion, having crit damage according to enemy's HP condition would be the best, but I don't have that. Additional damage, it kind of works with her S2, but I don't think additional damage is that great on Masha. So you're not necessarily looking for that stat line. Whereas on the left side, this is where I believe you should be shoving damage dealt on elements. So here I have 2 rolls on damage dealt on fire, 1 into damage dealt on wind. In my opinion, the ideal stat you would want for the left side would be as much damage dealt on wind as possible, while having some damage dealt on fire, maybe some crit damage according to HP status. So that's pretty much what my Masha has. It's basically the most efficient artifact that I found for her, and I pretty much went with it. So now, let me show you guys some of the replays of me using Masha from yesterday. I've had a bit of a trouble adapting to RTA after the recent balance patch. I feel like they nerfed basically my whole entire team and strategy, which was mainly centered around countering Gianna players. I feel like they made Gianna more OP with the last balance patch and made Bruiser and Turn 2 a lot less potent. But yeah, I finally figured out that this playstyle is working the best for my account. I've already gone through some of my replays. I've been drafting mostly a lot of Beast Riders, a lot of turn 1, sometimes doing a lot of crazy things. Anyways, this is the featured replay that I've decided on, as well as another one that you guys are about to see. This is basically a classic Masha moment where she gets turn 1 due to her incredible base speed. Or actually, never mind, scratch that. What ended up happening was Barbara was able to grab me a turn thanks to her Nemesis offset. So I boosted my whole team using her S3. Then Masha went, and we have an exposed Vertihal on the opponent's side. So you guys see that crazy amount of damage. We got a really nice proc there as well, although it wasn't needed because my units would be able to finish off Vertihal anyways. Masha still does an incredible amount of damage, 12k despite a Leo there. And here I was just able to brand the enemy Artemil, setting up for a stronger Sierra Bomb. And by this point, it was a 4v2 match, and Oliver's weakness is bruisers. So although he can try to control units, he can't control literally 4 units in one go unless the opponent gets lucky. So when you have a lot of damage that doesn't require using S3, S2, Oliver is definitely a lot easier to shut down. And then here is a second replay with Masha in it. To be honest, I wouldn't say Masha as a unit that just like completely solo carries a match, like an outstanding moment where you know like you just won the game thanks to Masha. She's just there as an overall good unit. And this match is going to be a perfect instance of that Masha goodness. I'm putting emphasis on her against his team right here. Basically, his team doesn't have much damage to take down my Masha nor my Fire Ryu by the time Gianna's dead. So here, once Fastlink goes off, we land a Death Break. It becomes a much straightforward kill angle, because now even if my Sierra misses bomb, we S1 here, and my Sierra did end up proccing, setting up for a dot kill. But even if she didn't proc there, my Fire Ryu was gonna go and just S2 and kill Gianna, so we're totally fine. I just went S2 onto Oliver, and now this is where Oliver stuff happens, and this guy, he tries his hardest to control my team, and it's actually pretty OP. You see him controlling my Sierra there. He didn't get the proc, but we are struggling to take him down, and he's using that time to basically take out my Sierra and then even take out my Barbara. And now this is pretty much the picture that I drew in my mind going into late game. This is what I wanted ideally. It's Masha being able to deal with these 2 units that she is just incredibly strong against. And now we try to set up the kill angle on Leo. That was a lot of random commentary. Maybe I should have slowed down the RTA match so that the match doesn't keep moving ahead of what I'm talking about. So I hope I was able to stay somewhat in pace with all that crazy action. Anyways, guys, that is it for how to ruin the best Masha. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. I will constantly be bringing you guys more videos like this, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.